Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Vienna. Welcome to the headquarters of the European Handball Federation, where the draw for the group phase of the EHF European League Women will start in just a couple of moments. As you know, the lineup for the group phase was completed over the weekend on Sunday after last qualification round. So now we know all 16 teams who will be participating in this year's group phase. The journey starts right here as they wait to find out their opponent. So let's not wait any longer. Let's start with the draw. Here are the pots for today's draw. 16 teams are divided into 4 pots. In pot 1, we have teams that have directly qualified to the group phase, which are ICAS Handball, HSG Bensheim Auerbach, Motorson Motion Magyarovari, and Dunarea Braila. In pot 2, again 4 teams, Paris, HSG Blomberg Lippe, Thüringer and Schola, and in pot 3, Spanish Elche, Borussia Dortmund, Friedrichstadt Ballklub, Zaglebie Lubin is as a 4 team, and finally in pot 4 we have Larvik, Ramniku Volcha, Dijon Ambal and Bera Bera. We will start the draw from pot 1. Each team from pot 1 will find a place in one of the groups, and for the rest of the draw, the country protection rule will apply, but we will lead you all the way through step by step with all the important information to know. The draw will be conducted by the EHF Secretary General Martin Hausleitner and Chief Sports Officer Markus Glaser. So let's start with the draw. Markus, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Anna, for the introduction and a warm welcome from our part of today. We are set, of course, we are ready to go. You can see 2 pots here on the podium. The teams are in the blue balls. You have an indication for this, and the teams will always be in the blue balls all the way through all the different steps of today. The groups or the positions, whatever you might call it, are in the white balls, and this will also remain the color for this throughout the different pots. So pot 1, in order to warm up everybody, including ourselves, pot 1 is easy, straightforward. We are drawing 4 teams to the 4 positions in each group, of course, in row 1. So we do this. And later on, I will offer additional information to the other steps that we are going to do. So I think we are ready. So the first team for today is from Hungary. It's Motorson Magyarovar. And the team from Morzson Magyarovar will go to Group C on position 1. Then we continue with the team from Germany. It's HSG Bensheim Auerbach Flames. The group for the Flames is Group D. Next up is Dunarea from Braila in Romania. The team from Braila will go to Group A. And then we have the last team to conclude pot number 1, which is ICAS Handball from Denmark. and ECAST goes to the open position on row 1, which is Group B.
We're now one step closer to finding out who plays who in the EHF European League Women Group Phase after 4 teams from Pot 1 have been drawn. Before we continue with the draw, let's recap the draw results so far. So, Dunarea Braila are placed in Group A. Motorson ICAS Handball will play in Group B. Motorson Motion Majarovari are waiting the opponents in Group C. And finally, the first team in Group D is Bensheim Auerbach. I believe that we're ready to continue with the draw of the teams from Pot 2. And those are HSG Blomberg-Lippe, Thüringer, Sola and Paris. We will first discover groups for the 2 German teams as the country protection rule will apply, but Markus will give you all the important information about the next step. Markus, Martin, the floor is yours once again.
So we are going into pot number 2. We have 2 German teams in pot number 2, which is Blomberg and Thüringer. Of course, they cannot go to the group where Bensheim is, which is Group D. Therefore, you can see on the podium we have the 2 German teams in the blue balls, and we have only 3 possible groups where they can go. Logically, we have to keep away Group D, where we already have Bensheim. So we will now draw the 2 German teams to 2 of the 3 available positions. And we start with Thüringer HC from Germany. And Thüringer goes to Group A. Row number 2 in Group A for Thüringer. The other German team is HSG Blomberg-Lippe. Blomberg goes to Group C. So it's row 2 in Group C for Blomberg.
So now we have information where the 2 German teams from Pot 2 will play. Thüringer will play in Group A together with Dunarea Braila. Thüringer are last year's quarter finalists, but also 2023 participants at the EHF finals, and again now will play in Group A. And the second team that we just revealed the group is Blomberg-Lippe. They competed in the European League already 2 times, but never managed to pass through the qualification and reach the group phase. Now they will play in Group C together with the Hungarian team Motorson Motion Majarovari. It will be a debut for them in the group phase. I think we can now continue with the draw to find out where the other 2 teams, Paris and Schola, will be placed.
So, ready for step number 2 in pot number 2. As already mentioned, we have the 2 remaining teams in the blue balls, which is Paris 92 and the team of Sola from Norway. We had 1 remaining group open, which was not drawn before, and I will now add the new group, which is the group of Bensheim, which we did not use before, into the possible positions, and then we will draw the 2 remaining teams to the 2 positions which are still available. And here we have Paris 92 from France. Paris 92 joins Group D. And the last team for pot number 2 is the team of Sola from Norway. And the only position that we have open for Sola is Group B. So it is Sola from Norway to row number 2 in Group B.
We're halfway through. 8 teams from pot 1 and 2 have been drawn. So Dunarea Braille and Thuringer will play in Group A. In Group B, ICAS Handball and Shola will be playing in the Group B. In Group C, we have 2 teams, Motorson Motion Majerovari and Bloomberg Lipe. And finally, the first 2 teams in Group D are Hasge, Bensheim, Auerbach and Paris. Let's just quickly remind that the 16 teams represent 8 different nations in today's draw. Germany leads the way with 4 teams, followed by Norway with 3, and then Romania, France, and Spain have 2 each, and Denmark, Hungary, and Poland 1 each. We can now continue with the draw for pot 3. We will again start the draw with the German team, last one remaining in today's draw, Borussia Dortmund. But again, Markus will explain in details the draw procedure. So let's go back to him. Markus, I give you the word.
Thank you very much. We are ready for pot number 3. That means we are already halfway through. In pot number 3, we have the 4th and the last German teams that we have to take care of. They are already on the podium, and we will open the ball, and I will tell you afterwards what we are going to do. So Borussia Dortmund, they can only go to one group, which is logically the one that does not already have a team from Germany, which is Group B. So we put Dortmund to row number 3 in Group B, where they will meet ICAST and Sola.
So now we know where Borussia Dortmund will be placed. It will be a Group B. Borussia Dortmund, who were 3rd in the EHF European League season in 2022. Now they will see how far can they go in this season. I think we're ready to continue with the draw for the remaining teams in pot 3. Markus, I leave the floor to you.
So step number 2 is quite easy now. We have a Norwegian team which is still in the blue balls, which is Fredrikstad. But decided by the draw until now, the group of Sola is already covered in pot number 3. We therefore can freely draw the 3 remaining teams in pot number 3, which is Fredrikstad, Elche from Spain and Lubin from Poland, to all the 3 remaining positions which we still have in pot number 3, and we do not have to take care of any further restrictions. And we are ready. From Poland, it's Zagłębie Lubin. Zagłębie Lubin goes to Group C in row number 3. From Spain, it is the team of Balonmano Elche. team from Elche goes to Group A. So it's Group A, row number 3 for Elche. And then the very last one in pot number 3 is from Norway, Fredrikstad Ballklubb. The open group where Fredrikstad can go is Group D, and with this concluding pot number 3.
Yes, 3 pots have been drawn, so 1 left to go, and we're really close to finding out who plays who in the group phase of the EHF European League Women. So at the moment, Dunărea Brăila, Thüringer and Elche are placed in Group A. In Group B will play ICAST, Sola and Borussia Dortmund. In Group C, Motorson Motion Magyarovari, HSG Blomberg Lippe and Zaglebia Lubin are waiting for their opponents in Group C. And the 3 teams in Group D for now are German team, HSG Bensheim Auerbach, Paris and Fredrikstad. And all of these 16 teams will have only one goal: to be among the last 4 teams who will be competing at the EHF finals in May next year. As it was revealed last week, the EHF finals women will again be in Graz for the 3rd consecutive year on 3rd and 4th of May. So before we continue with the draw, let's have a reminder: how did it all look like in May this year when Graz hosted the best of women's second-tier club competition. Tickets for the final tournament have already been released, and you can find them on eurohandball.com. It will be an exciting event, no doubt about it, but it's still a long journey for those 16 teams, and we still owe you one more pot, so let's go back to the draw. 4 teams in pot 4 are Larvik, Ramniku Vlča, Dijon Ambal and Bera Bera, so let's find out in which groups will they be allocated. Marcus, is everything ready? Can we continue with the draw?
Thank you very much, and back here to the podium. Actually, we are not going to draw pot number 4, because if you check the teams that we have in pot number 4, we have Larvik from Norway, we have Vlča from Romania, We have Bourgogne-Dijon Handball from France, and we have Super Amara Bera from Spain. All of these countries are already represented in one of the other pots, and therefore we need to allocate the teams to the groups from left to right, which is a common procedure on the level of the European League draws. Especially in this case, as we have all the teams already with compatriots from their own federation in the other pots. We do the seeding as always in the, we do the allocation according to the seeding in the pot. We therefore start with Larvik, and as a result of the draw from pot number 1 and 2 and 3, we can go straight forward from left to right. That means Larvik is allocated to Group A in position number 4. So we put Larvik to Group A. The Romanian team Vâlcea goes to Group B in pot number 4, position number 4. So we put Vâlcea in Group B. The French team Bourgogne-Dijon goes to Group C. And to conclude, the team of Super Amara Bera from San Sebastián in Spain goes to position number 4 in Group D. And by doing so, we respected the country protection and made sure that all the various teams from the same federations are in different groups. And this concludes the part from the draw podium.
We now have all the answers as the group has been set for the EHF European League Women. Marcus, Martin, thank you very much to both of you. Let's have one final look at the groups and recap today's draw. So Group A consists of 4 teams, Dunărea Braila, Thüringer, Elche and Larvik. In Group B will play ICAS Handball, Schola, Borussia Dortmund and Râmnicu Vâlcea. And 4 teams that will be competing in Group C are Motorson Motion Magyarovari, Blomberg Lippe, Zaglebia Lubin and Dijon Ambal. And finally in Group D we have Hasge, Bensheim, Auerbach, Paris, Friedrichstadt and Spanish Bera. First encounters will take place on 11th and 12th of January next year. So mark your calendars to make sure you tune in once the action starts. And that would be it from our side. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for watching. I wish you a very pleasant afternoon and goodbye.